Welcome to another episode of Alchemy with Asia. Today's topic is Chiron and Taurus for Cancer risings because I'm a Cancer rising. I'm about to try something to see if this works or not. And it doesn't. So bear with me. Let's see. Peace. Okay, I don't know what just happened just then. I don't know if it took me away from the screen or not. But I'm very interested in talking about this topic because it's layered. So, Chiron and Taurus as a whole is highlighting the wounded healer as it pertains to our values, our resources, and stability. Those are that's the main front there. And then as we have the stability in that forefront, as a Cancer rising, it's transiting through the 11th house. So the 11th house is your network, it's your friendships, it's your hopes and dreams, it's your goals, right? And also it's groups. So this is a interesting time for Cancer rising, as Cancer rising has also just gotten out of, either some people are still in this, or you've just gotten out of Uranus transiting your 11th house. So if you are still experiencing Uranus transiting your 11th house with Chiron transiting your 11th house, it kind of like, it's real shaky right now. Or things could feel real shaky in general, even if it's not still transiting your 11th house, because there's just like sudden shifts occurring within your network and your friendships. So some Cancer risings might feel like, damn, I have to let more people go. Like more people are needing to leave my space. I'm having to elevate my group circle how many times? That's the vibe with Uranus transiting the 11th house and also Chiron at the same time, or whichever one you fall into. So what I want to talk about within that is the value set. So right now, and in general, as Chiron transits Taurus, which it will go back into Aries, I want to say September of this year, and then it will revisit Taurus next year. So this is a short time period, but it is impactful still because this is where we are in the present moment. So right now for Cancer rising, your values are being analyzed within your network, within your friendships. If your values align within these friendships or not is a super important question or highlight for Cancer rising, because it's like on edge in a way of like, I don't want to waste my time. My circle has shifted so much, and I've also poured a lot into these connections as well. So another thing with Chiron and Taurus that might be coming up for Cancer rising is the lack of reciprocity in these friendships, circles, whatever you may find yourself in. So don't be surprised if Cancer rising exits the group chat. Don't take it personal. Just know that, there may have been a conflict of interest within the values in that group circle, that group/circle, or it may have been a lack of reciprocity, or it may have just been something that was not that stable to begin with as a foundation, speaking in those terms. um, Cancer rising may be questioning, do we share the same values within their friendships? Do we share the same values? How resourceful are these people around me? How resourceful am I to these people as well? It doesn't just go one way where it's like, oh, like, what can you do for me? What are these people doing for me? But are the people within my network actually making use of my presence as well, and in the best way too, though? And how are they making use of my presence in their lives? Are they just like, am I just here and no one is actually seeing my worth? That is something that's being highlighted for Cancer rising with Chiron and Taurus. Peace, Cookie. I'm glad you're here. Another thing that is, let's see, I'm reading my notes. Is my network as resourceful to me as I am to them? Who is truly worth my time and space and investment? And this one is going to be like super important because, like I said, Cancer rising is a very giving person in general, a very of service type of person, especially with their wisdom, right? With having Pisces most likely in the ninth house. Cancer rising is a very giving as far as like wisdom. They'll drop gems on you all the time, or just like give you the knowledge that you may be seeking without you actually knowing that you're seeking it, or without asking that person. They're just going to give it to you. And I know this for a fact because I have Cancer rising, but I also have friends that have Cancer rising as well that will drop gems on me, and I'll be like, damn, I needed that. Like, I didn't even ask this person for that, but they're here giving it to me, right? So with Chiron and Taurus, it's this wound that's present, that may or may not be healed as far as like within yourself, right? But as Chiron and Taurus is present for us, our investments are important because you're not going to get that time back. Granted, like I said, Chiron and Taurus is going to revisit next year. So we're going to have this short period, the summertime, to really like be reviewing people. So Cancer rising is probably a little bit more quiet and reserved right now. Especially as we've just gotten out of Gemini season, right? But especially as we were in Gemini season, I feel like Cancer risings were a little bit more reserved as far as connecting with people and focused on isolating themselves for the sake of healing. So summertime's here, Cancer season is here, Cancer rising is lit, more than likely. But it's not all the sirens. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, because there's so much other shit going on in the background with the transits. So we want to know, is this worth my time to continue being fucking friends with you, or to continue associating myself with you? Because I've already gone through the shift of Uranus shaking up my 11th house. Some people, like I said, some people are still going through that transit. So as you're still going through that transit, it's like you're seeing people getting removed left and right. They're either removing themselves or you're removing them. The block button might have been your best friend as Uranus has transited your 11th house, or maybe you haven't blocked people. Maybe you've just removed yourself silently and just been like, yeah, I peep that this is not in alignment with me, or again, people just have been removed from your life too. Sometimes it's not an act of doing that you are deciding to remove this person. They may have removed themselves from you. Either way it goes, it's for the best. And sometimes people come back around, especially now that we are on the very brink of Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Don't be surprised if your ex comes back around. Don't be surprised if you are the ex that's going back to your ex, wanting clarity, wanting to have a conversation. Does that mean that you're going to get back with your ex? No. No, not at all. But that's a theme too. I don't know about y'all as Cancer Rising watching this or whatever, but I've been having a lot of psychic visions and dreams with my exes either calling me, reaching out to me, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. I really don't. Granted, there's one or two exes, maybe three. There's like three exes that this is transparency, right? I don't give a damn about who judges me. Because I don't judge myself harshly. But yeah, there's like three exes of mine where I was like, I think I might need to revisit this, not to revisit the relationship, but have a conversation with you. And some of my exes have just been in my astral state, and I'm just like, I don't care about this. Like, where's the stability at? And as Chiron is in Taurus, that is a crutch for the collective. It's not just a Cancer rising thing. This is a collective concern of resources. Resources are squeezed right now. Chiron in Taurus is aspecting Pluto in Aquarius, making a square, I believe. And that is, it's a squeeze on the resources for the people. Pluto in Aquarius is the people, the power of the people. And Chiron in Taurus is the wound and resources. So we're seeing a lot of like vulnerability as far as people not having it, or people might be faking it like they have it, but they really don't. So it's so much, like I said, it's so much going on behind the scenes. And just to keep that in account of what I'm saying, because it's just like, is this worth my time? I'm already dealing with all this other shit. That's what it feels like for Cancer rising. Like, don't fucking waste my time. Because I've poured into so many fucking souls on this motherfucking planet, bitch. Like, I genuinely have. So let's not fuck around, because some people might fuck around and find out. But hey, whatever. Let me keep reading my notes. Essentially, Cancer rising is asking, who have I outgrown in terms of worthiness? Not in a shallow way, but who is continually elevating and matching my frequency versus who is just around, who's just lingering. And I don't know about you, but today I did another sweep on my Instagram, and people might wake up or whatever. Maybe they might not even notice forever. I don't know. But there are some people that I was in contact with that I'm no longer, like, I do this regularly. I think that might also be a Cancer rising thing, because in my notes you might see Cancer rising is a real lunatic, because Luna is the moon, right? So we're moon ruled. The moon shifts every 2 days. You're getting a new, different person every 2 days fucking with a Cancer rising. Let's just be real. And like, that's something to be real about within yourself too. It's not to say that you're crazy, not to say that I'm crazy, but we're just shifting. It's like seeing different phases, like you're seeing different phases of the moon, and then it's also changing signs. So it's like you don't know what you're going to get, like from today to Saturday. That's a whole new girl. That's a new woman. Okay, she's not the same person as like 3 days ago. She's not expressing herself in the same way. Um, but yeah, I've been witnessing and taking account of the places that I've poured a little bit too much, and also seeing where I haven't poured enough. It's not just about, oh, like how am I leaking in my org field, right? It's also the relationships that I want to strengthen. Chiron and Taurus will all also be a great review of the relationships that you actually want to strengthen. I have this one friend in particular who's an Aries, and I love her. I was just thinking about this earlier. I'm like, wow, like this person just effortlessly gives to me, and pours into me and pours into my cup. And I'm just like, damn, I'm grateful, because you don't have that everywhere you go. You don't have that, especially, like I said, having these transits with Uranus and Chiron at this point in the 11th house. It's kind of like sitting back, like, damn, you're looking back like nothing is the same. Nothing is the same as far as my circle goes. Granted, that doesn't mean that nobody's left, because I still have friends from, years ago, but it's shifted. Like, there's been a shift. Uranus is a sudden shift, and their priority may have, well, I won't say priority, more so just like how you categorize, yeah, I guess priority, how you prioritize this actual connection has changed, more than likely. Whether it's ranking it higher or lower, it depends on how the reciprocity has reflected, you know? That's important for a Cancer rising. And not just to talk about the 11th house, I also want to highlight the 7th house too, because we're about to have the full moon in Capricorn, which, if you guys don't know, I'm having a workshop. So if you are interested in joining that workshop, please, go into the chat. If you're on Substack, if you're on YouTube, tap into my post, subscribe to my channel, so you can see that I'm having this workshop. It's on there, and the registration form is on the post. So yeah, reflecting on the 7th house for full moon in Capricorn for Cancer rising. This is a purge of, oh shit. This is a purge of, I don't want to say purge of connection, but like, cutting ties with certain people that just genuinely aren't showing up for you in a way that's stable. There's more of that earth energy there. So it's like quite literally just unstable, even unstable partnerships. I would highly advise Cancer risings for the full moon to null and void contracts with certain people, because it's just not reflective of your values. It's not reflective of your, I want to use the right words. That's why I'm being careful with my words, because that's speaking on Chiron and Taurus. But with the full moon, it's not reflective of your capacity at which you have to pour into this connection. Again, it's dealing with capacity. It's the pulling back to be able to pour more into you. And this is reflective too. This is a mirror type of situation as well with the full moon in Capricorn. And what you need to release. And it's also reassessing you may be reassessing your values with the full moon in Capricorn, reassessing what goals you have. Maybe not for Cancer rising, but in general, the collective is writing down the long-term goals and seeing how that's going to unfold through your partnerships over time, or how it hasn't. If certain things that you were supposed to get done with other people hasn't been prioritized on the other side, that's where the capacity comes in, and the lack of reciprocity, or the reciprocity. Some people just deserve to be demoted type shit. That's basically what's happening too. Demotion is important. mm. Cancer rising might also be mistaken for a bitch too, like throughout this time, especially summertime. Don't even take it personal that people might think you're a bitch, or think that, like, oh my god, she's wishy-washy, whatever the case may be. Cancer rising is not wishy-washy. They just we peeped the fact that you aren't giving enough energy back. And it's all in fairness, honestly. That's just fair for a person to pull back their energy, or to reassess how they're actually going to show up in your life. And if you are, like I said, on the other end, if you are deserving of more of Cancer rising's time, then you are going to get, like, it's a demotion happening, but it's also I don't want to say promotion, but like, whatever. It's a promotion, like a reprioritizing these certain connections in your life, and seeing like, wow, this person really deserves more of my time. Like, these people deserve for me to call them more, or deserve for me to show up for them more. And that's also indicative of Cancer Capricorn axis as well. So this might be pertaining to your family members, especially if you have a family member that has Capricorn in their chart. They don't have to have Capricorn in their chart, but this can just be someone that's very stable, very predictable, very about their work, that this person has not gotten much of Cancer rising's time, that they deserve more of. And I know exactly who that is in my life. And I've actually been talking to them more. They've reached out to me, and there's been like this kind of like, for me, for like the longest, based upon how I'll be honest, I was judging that person, like, based upon their lifestyle. Does that mean that they don't deserve my grace? No. Maybe, but in this case, no. Because I have that discernment. But yeah, there are some Cancer risings where your family wants more of your attention. They need it, or some shit like that, And it's up to Cancer rising to pour into that or to not. I also want to say too, with us we're in Cancer season now, right? But us on the brink of Mercury retrograde in Cancer, your family is going to be pulling at you in a way that is like you can't ignore. They may have already been pulling on you. You've already probably been pulled on at this point with that shit, but it's a strain between work and family, like having to really balance that out. And I know for myself personally, I've been showing up for my family in a way that feels sacrificial, like self-sacrificial. I don't know who else may relate to that or not, but I feel like come Cancer season, well, we're in it, right? Come Mercury retrograde in Cancer, it's time for Cancer rising to really pull back and reflect on you. Like, reflect on how can I pour more into me in a way that doesn't deter from like completely detaching myself from people, like how, the isolation came in Gemini season, right? This is not about that. This is about learning how to balance those energies out for real, because that's been a concern for Cancer rising, is like that extremism of, I just don't want to deal with this shit anymore. I don't want to put up with certain people's, and you don't have to, I want to say that too. You don't have to deal with people's bullshit, especially your family. But there are certain karmic things that you can't get away from as easily. You might want to like, duck and dodge that shit, but right now the planetary alignments are seeding us all to deal with our shit. So unless you're just quite literally avoiding it, or like, running away from that, that's, I'm not even talking to that type of person. Okay, that the content for you is somewhere else. This is about real shit that's happening right now, and how to navigate through this, because I myself am seeing how my Cancer placement family member is putting me in a position of wanting me to feel more than what I should feel, like placing emotional burden on me because of wounds that are present. And your family member might not be a Cancer placement, but Cancer rising has a family member. You have family that is wanting to put you in the middle of their chaos, put you in the middle of their emotional burdens, and being like, "Hey, look at this. I need you to I need you to deal with it. I need you to tell me how to deal with this." But that's not Cancer rising's job whatso fucking ever. It's not their job. And this is also another reason why it's so like, I may or may not fuck with all that extra shit, because I'm already dealing with my actual family, like my blood family. I'm dealing with that. I don't want to say drama, but that's what it feels like. I'm already dealing with that shit. Why? How? I'm not about to give space to some friendships that are just genuinely not pouring. They're not pouring. They're not reciprocating enough. They're not showing up. Hell, these people might not even be showing up for their goddamn selves. Okay. I have. I don't know if this is relevant, but I think it is. So I had this person messaged me the other day and was just like voice note after voice note after voice note, just straight talking about what they got going on. Ignored. I'm not dealing with the shit. I'm not dealing with the shit of like you not checking in on me. Cancer rising, we're done dealing with people that just dump. Like, you thought this was a dumping site? Oh, that reflects on that Chiron and Taurus. Like, damn, I really do value myself so much more than what I used to, obviously, because how I was showing up before in this connection was, I was just giving way too fucking much. Too much, like, ear to niggas. You're, like, either you're giving too much ear to niggas now, or you were before, and you are absolutely not doing that no more. Because it's going to cost you. And you're already in a squeeze spot with Chiron and Taurus. You're already dealing with familial shit. You're already dealing with the squeeze of resources. Cancer rising doesn't have fucking time for that. That's why I say Cancer rising is evaluating what is worth the investment, because what we're already dealing with is a lot. So, no, this is not just about, oh, a petty, like, I don't like this person. This is deep. It's deeper than that. We don't have the same values, or you're not valuing me enough, seeing my value in your life, or you are, that person is, and that's where we're deciding to pour more into, because you actually do see my value. You actually do respect my time. You actually do respect my voice. Chiron and Taurus, using your voice, right? You actually do respect how consistent I am showing up for you, versus someone that just genuinely doesn't. I'm going to leave on that note. My phone is dying. I'm on 1%. Peace. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this. Oh, wait. No. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.